Every delicious chocolate bar begins deep in the tropical rainforest, growing on the Theobroma cacao tree. Farmers harvest the ripe, colorful pods by hand, carefully slicing them from the trunk.
Inside the hard shell, the raw cocoa beans are covered in a sweet, white, sticky pulp.
The beans are piled into wooden boxes to ferment. This crucial step develops the chocolate flavor.
To stop fermentation, the beans are spread out under the hot sun to dry completely.
At the factory, the dried beans are passed through a vibrating sieve to remove stones and dirt.
Now, the flavor magic happens. The clean beans are fed into a massive industrial roasting drum.
Inside, temperatures reach over 150 degrees Celsius. The beans tumble and turn a rich, dark brown.
The heat releases the natural oils and unlocks the complex aroma of chocolate we love.
Once roasted, they are dumped onto a cooling tray to stop the cooking process instantly.
The roasted beans are fragile. A winnowing machine cracks the outer shells without damaging the core.
Air jets blow away the light shells, leaving behind the pure, valuable cocoa nibs.
The nibs enter the grinding mill. Heavy stone or steel discs crush them into a paste. Friction creates heat, melting the natural fat. The solid nibs transform into liquid cocoa liquor.
We add precise amounts of pulverized sugar, milk powder, and extra cocoa butter.
Large paddles churn the ingredients together. At this stage, the texture is gritty, like wet sand.
To make it silky, the paste travels through a 5-roll refiner. These massive steel drums crush the sugar and cocoa particles to the size of a micron.
The chocolate exits the refiner as a fine, dry powder, ready for the most critical step, conching. The dry chocolate flakes enter the conch. This machine acts like a chef, kneading the chocolate for hours. To get the perfect flow, we add extra cocoa butter and a touch of soy lecithin. Massive pumps move the finished liquid into heated storage tanks to keep it at 45 degrees.
But it is not ready yet. If cooled now, the chocolate would be dull, crumbly, and melt instantly.
We must temper it. This machine precisely heats and cools the liquid to align the crystals. The temperature drops to 27 degrees, then rises to 31. This creates stable beta crystals.
This science is what gives the final bar its glossy finish and that satisfying snap.
A temper meter tests the quality. A sample must set within minutes with a perfect shine. Before filling, the polycarbonate molds are heated slightly. Cold plastic would shock the chocolate and ruin the gloss.
The depositing head descends. Precision nozzles fill the empty cavities with exactly 100 grams of chocolate.
The chocolate is thick and uneven. To flatten it, the molds travel over a violently vibrating shaker table.
For our signature crunch, a dispenser drops whole roasted hazelnuts directly into the wet chocolate. A scraper blade passes over the top, removing excess chocolate and ensuring the bottom is perfectly flat. The liquid bars enter the cooling tunnel, a long, refrigerated journey to solidify the cocoa butter.
Inside, chilled air circulates gently. Cooling too fast would turn the chocolate gray, a defect called bloom.
As it crystallizes, the chocolate shrinks slightly, detaching itself physically from the plastic mold walls.
20 minutes later, they emerge on the other side, solid, cold, and ready for extraction.
The molds are flipped upside down. A mechanical hammer taps them, and the bars drop out effortlessly. The naked bars travel in perfect rows on the conveyor belt. They are incredibly glossy and smell divine.
Safety is paramount. Every single bar passes through a sensitive metal detector to ensure purity.
High-speed cameras scan the surface. Any bar with a scratch or bubble is instantly rejected.
Now, the wrapping. The machine accelerates, processing over 300 bars every single minute.
First, the inner foil. It protects the chocolate from light, odors, and moisture to keep it fresh.
Next, the branded paper sleeve. This gives the bar its identity and shelf appeal.
A tiny dot of food-safe glue seals the package. No human hands have touched the product.
Robotic arms group the finished bars and slide them into colorful retail display boxes. The boxes are sealed in clear plastic shrink wrap to prevent tampering during transport.
Finally, the boxes are stacked onto pallets in the climate-controlled warehouse.
Forklifts load the pallets into refrigerated trucks. Keeping the temperature stable is crucial during transport.
Before shipping, the master chocolatier performs a sensory evaluation on a random sample.
The snap test is vital. Good chocolate breaks with a crisp, clean sound, not a dull thud.
On the pallet, it must melt evenly at body temperature, leaving no grainy residue. From the factory, these bars travel to supermarkets and candy shops around the globe. Finally, the moment of joy. The gold foil is peeled back to reveal the treasure inside.
Mint. It takes 5 years for a cocoa tree to produce enough beans for just a few bars.
Dark, milk, or white. It is the world's favorite indulgence, crafted with engineering precision.
From a bitter jungle bean to a silky sweet perfection, the journey is complete.
This is the art of chocolate, a universal language of happiness.